Are you ready to beat the summer crowds? If you're visiting Malta this summer, you're gonna wanna see this. This video will show you 5 amazing swimming spots around Malta, which are perfect for those who want to escape the crowds and have a nice relaxing beach day. Visiting this slice of paradise requires some planning ahead. Given that it's located in Malta's northeastern tip, the easiest way to reach here is by taxi, unless you can drive. Getting here by bus is almost impossible as the buses are very infrequent and drop you off quite far. Once we reached Coral Beach, we started off by inflating our own kayak to make the journey to the cave. Don't sweat it if you don't have one yourself. You can rent a kayak from Little Armir and make the journey from there. At times, there are also some locals at Coral Beach who rent out their own kayaks, but they're not always there, so I wouldn't leave it to chance. One thing to note is that there are no amenities at Coral Beach, so don't forget to come prepared. Once in the water, we started our journey to Coral Lagoon, which is going to be our first stop. Coral Lagoon is a cave with a collapsed roof, through which sunlight pours in, alighting the water in a clear turquoise shade. There's only one entrance from which you can enter the cave, and it is quite small, so only kayaks and small dinghies can enter. Once inside, you can tie the kayak to one of the inner walls and start snorkeling and exploring. With that being said, don't forget to take some rope with you to be able to do so. Another thing you want to take with you is a snorkeling mask. The water here is truly amazing, and with depths of around 4 meters, it makes it the perfect spot for snorkeling. The lighting situation here is best at midday, when the sky is directly overhead the opening of the cave. This makes the water look so beautiful. Our next spot is right around the corner, called Chomp. Next to the outcrop of rock spearing out from the cliffs, you'll find a small cave with the bluest water you'll ever see in Malta. Here, you have to be a bit careful of any incoming boats, as some tourists like to go into the cave as much as they can in an attempt to show tourists the inside. If you keep going along this stretch of coast, you'll also find this beautiful little spot nestled into the cliffs. Here, you can also tie your kayak and go for a swim in the crystal clear water. Keep watching till the end of this video to see a beautiful cave that, although it's difficult to reach, it's magnificent to explore. Getting to Mgiebah Bay is no easy feat, but if you have a car, it makes it a lot easier to reach. If you don't have a car, you need to catch one of the buses to Malleha and stop at the bus stop called Barkazza. From here, you need to walk around 2.5 kilometers, which takes around 1 hour. If you have your own car, you can drive most of it, leaving only a 15-minute walk at the end. There are no amenities on site, so you have to bring everything you need for the day with you. Once you reach the cliffy footpath, you can either go down the sandy beach, which also happens to be dog-friendly, or you can follow me and go to this secluded part. Heads up, if you're coming here, you might stumble upon some nudists, so don't be surprised. Carefully navigate the clay path which leads down to the white pebbled beach, and suddenly you're in paradise. It's important not to forget your water shoes here, otherwise it will be quite difficult to walk barefoot. Now it's time to enjoy the water. If you're feeling extra adventurous, you can also explore the left side of the beach and you'll find a little cave. You can either swim to it or walk across the rocks to reach it. Don't forget your snorkeling mask to marvel at the beauty found beneath the surface. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue showing you the best of Malta. So today we're going to explore a new spot in Cirkewwa. It's a bit windy, but the spot that we're going to today is actually perfect for such conditions. It's basically a natural pool along the coastline and it's super pretty. I can't wait to show you, so let's go explore. This is perhaps the easiest spot to reach in the series of places we're showing you in this video. Right next to Musa Battery in Cirkewwa, you'll find a small naturally formed pool that's hidden from sight unless you know exactly where it is. You can conveniently reach this spot by bus and stop at the bus stop called Reserva. From here, you have less than a 2-minute walk to reach it. If you're driving, you can park in several spots, the most convenient being right next to the battery itself, seeing that it is also a caravan site. From here, the fun starts with diving in the pool and splashing around. As you can see, on windy days such as this, the pool remains quite calm, making it the perfect spot for those who still want to go for a refreshing dip while staying safe. Outside of the pool, you can also find a narrow canal with vibrant turquoise water that you can opt to swim in. There are some ladders nearby to make it easier to go in and out of the water.
So now we made it to another location in the north part of Malta known as St. Paul's Islands. It is these little islands right behind me, and as you can see, they are quite spectacular, surrounded by blue water. We're going to do our best to explore most of the area, and I'm going to show you around to see the best places that you can explore whilst here.
St. Paul's Islands, also going by the name Salmoon, is quite the spot for those 4x4 lovers. Getting to this location, as you might have guessed it, is no easy feat, but certainly rewarding at the end since you'll find yourself in paradise. There are 2 possible ways to get to the spot, and that is by walking. The first option is to start walking from Mgiebah Bay and walk for around 40 minutes. The path from here is quite uphill, but the views are spectacular. Another option is to walk from Fort Campbell, which takes you around 20 minutes. Once you arrive at your destination, your eyes will immediately land on the islands in front of you. Little as they may be, these islands are rich with history, going so far to even being mentioned in the Bible. It is believed that St. Paul had shipwrecked here on his way to Rome in 60 AD, hence the name and the statue jutting out from the island. It has been uninhabited since the Second World War, making it the second largest uninhabited island belonging to Malta. Another thing you'll notice here is the color of the rocks. There is a distinct line that separates the blue clay layer from the yellow sandstone, giving this place an extra bonus point for its beauty. If you take a short walk, you'll also stumble upon salt pans. These are not in use anymore, meaning they'll make for an excellent photo backdrop. But perhaps the most important thing about this place is the color of the water, a shade of blue that invites anyone to jump in and spend the day in awe of it. Qarraba is a small sandy beach in the shape of a crescent found between Jnejna and Ain Tuffiha. This bay is surrounded by yellow-colored rocks and steep clay slopes, contrasting with turquoise water, making it one of the most unique beaches in Malta. There are quite a number of possibilities to get here, the easiest being by water taxi from Mgiebah Bay. If you're feeling adventurous, you may also want to rent a kayak from the same beach to reach this stretch of sand. This also allows you to explore the coastline more thoroughly and will be able to spot things that you might have missed from land. If you're planning to walk it, there are 2 ways of getting here. The most straightforward would be to walk from Ain Tuffiha and walk down the clay slopes, going zigzag towards the beach. This should take around 30 minutes. The other option is to walk from Mgiebah Bay, which takes around 15 minutes. However, walking from this side is a little bit more challenging, given that the last part of the path is on very steep clay slopes, making it somewhat dangerous. If you do decide to walk from Mgiebah, a safer option is to leave your stuff here before the clay path starts and swim across, which is not that hard. Something to keep in mind here is that Qarraba is known as a nudist beach, and even though there are technically no legally nude beaches in Malta, it doesn't stop people from bathing in their birthday suits. If you come here late in the afternoon like we did, you can stay for sunset as it is visible from here in summer. And the last place we're going to show you in this video is a beautiful cave in Kalkara. This cave is quite the hidden gem, and you can only get to it by kayak or a small boat. It is found along Kalkara's coastline, and it is directly below Fort Cirkewwa, the place in Malta where movies are filmed. The most interesting thing about this cave is that you can find 3 cannons on the seabed. The cave also has a hole in the roof which lets a lot of light inside, and if you time your visit right, the water will light up in a beautiful turquoise color. We must say that even though this place is stunning to explore, it is not recommended to visit due to the high chance of the cave collapsing. If you still want to visit, make sure that all precautions are taken to ensure a safe trip. And that concludes the 5 hidden swimming spots in Malta that you can visit to beat the summer crowds. Even though most of them require some effort to reach, in the end it is quite rewarding as you will have a beautiful beach day to remember as well as an adventurous story to tell. Now, tell us, which one is your favorite, and will you be visiting any of these in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and until next time, ciao ciao!